What's up, guys? Ted from Immersion here, and I'm back with another D&D weekly update. We actually have some good stuff this week. We had an Unearthed Arcana, but the big news is we blew past a lot of the Wizards of the Coast extra life goals. We've gotten some previews already, but there's going to be even better previews this week. And then again, D&D Beyond has been doing the coverage, showcasing one of the new classes from Xanathar's every day during the week up until its release in November. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, be sure to stay tuned. Okay, to start us off, we talked about there was new Unearthed Arcana. It was just kind of a shocker to me. It was all about new tiefling options, and then some stuff about being a cultist to various... the cultist of various different demon lords and things of that nature. Makes me feel like, again, D&D Beyond did coverage of it, it makes me feel like there may be a racial book coming, or a new campaign setting with new races. And it also confirmed that Unearthed Arcana is now the second Monday of every month. I did a separate video on it. You can check it out here on the YouTube channel. Mike Mearls and Chris Dupuis were on to talk about Betrayal at Fallers Gate, the new board game. This is made by the same folks who did Avalon Hill, who did Betrayal at House on the Hill, but it is D&D themed. On the lore you should know, Chris Perkins and Matt Cernit was dwarves in Chult. Probably, I'm going to guess there's a specific focus on, say, albino dwarves, because there seemed to be a unique thing to Chult. So I'm going to assume that that's in there, but I haven't listened to it yet, so I don't know myself. We'll go to the D&D Beyond Facebook to see the various... There also, I should point out, it was the season, I guess, whatever you want to call it, finale of Critical Role last Thursday. So there were a lot of interviews with the various folks from Critical Role, basically talking about saying goodbye. And, you know, a lot of heartfelt stuff was said. So we got the Divine Soul Sorcerer, the, well, that was about the Fiendish things. The Monster Slayer Ranger. This was Liam O'Brien. The College of Whispers Bard. Matt Mercer was on there. Sam, Taliesin, and so on. I feel like I may have missed some. It's very, like, they post all over the place on, you know. It doesn't seem like they stay up to date with their posts at the same time when they post them on YouTube or Twitter. I just wanted to point out, D&D has been going all out with their stream schedule. Look at this. So, remember, we showed this earlier when Tomb of Annihilation first came out after the stream, or the Stream of Annihilation. So we've got craft tags. This is Danny Hartel doing crafts. We've got the Dragon Talk podcast, the Force Grey vodcast, some time spent in Neverwinter during doing the Tomb of Annihilation storyline. Last I checked, it was the girls from Girls Guts Glory. I don't know if that's still true. There's Dragon Plus, D&D News, Dice Camera Action, followed immediately by Sirens of the Realm, which is a Maze Arcana thing, Team Phoenix. High Rollers, Uncharted Territory, Wednesday morning. One Grung Above, which we do have some stuff about specifically. This is, again, run by Chris Lindsay, who created the Grung. We have the Misclicks D&D Risen game, the Maze Arcana Fury Reach game, Destiny and Doom, which is a newer game. Acquisitions Incorporated, the C-Team on the Hyper RPG channel, Critical Role on the Geek and Sundry channel, Roll20 Presents doing Tomb of Annihilation and Roll20 on Fridays, Encounter Roleplay doing the Learn by Play of Tomb of Annihilation, followed by the new series Heroes Graveyards, then Fury's Reach again on Sunday, followed by Girls Guts Glory Live. Whew. Extra Life, we are now up to 43,000. So, we can go down and look at what the unlocks were. We've only unlocked the Wizard spell list, which I guess we could talk about that as well. And then the subclass preview guide we haven't gotten, but we should be getting that. So that will give us a full preview of a subclass. Which last year we got, I think, the entire Mastermind Rogue, as well as saw that we got the Swashbuckler coming. Drawing of an in-game Turtle Champion asset from Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, the new game that's coming out by Beamdog. And we broke 40, so we should get the Table of Contents preview as well. 45k is the speed draw video with commentary of Turtle Champion for the Idle Champions of the Realms. Oh, I'm sorry, it was Idle Champions of the Realms, not Tales from Candlekeep. So Idle Champions of the Realm is the Idle Clicker game. And then 55k is free code for 2 gold chests in Idle Champions. We already got 1 free healing potion for our AL character. 50k is A free advantage application, 75 is a free potion of greater healing, and 100 is a free resurrection, which seems kind of pointless to make the 100k thing a free resurrection when you cannot be resurrected during the Tomb of Annihilation storyline in Adventure League. And I wonder if we're going to get to see additional rewards. We should if we break the 55k here, but we're already at 43. Speaking of the wizard spell list, we see reprints of the elemental evil spells, and I'm thinking the majority of that reasoning is for Adventure League characters. Now they don't have to choose elemental evil player companion as their +1. They can choose Xanathars to get both. I went through this list of the wizard spells from 1st to 9th level, and I believe there was 31 new spells that I was unaware of, and 38 elemental evil spells. There are 75, I believe, at minimum, new spells total, because that's how many new cards there are in the Xanathar's Guide card from Gale Force 9. I'm assuming that because Gale Force 9 already prints an elemental evil set of cards, they're not going to combine them. That way you buy both of their cards from a business standpoint. But if that's the case, then we've got 31 of the new spells here on the wizard list. If it is everything, then that's 31 plus the other 38, which means you're really not going to get that many for other classes, and I highly doubt that's the case. But we can scroll through here. Some of these you may recognize, like Toll the Dead and Infestation. Those were ones that were released in the starter spell Unearthed Arcana. And then I think Cause Fear and Snare were also ones, and then the rest of these are Elemental Evil. I'm not going to go through all of these, but some of these I'll tell you that I do think sound interesting. Dragon's Breath, which is interesting that it's a transmutation and not an evocation, unless you like turn yourself into a dragon. Shadow Blade sounds pretty cool. Catnap could be interesting. I don't know if that makes it like a higher level sleep spell or some sort of rest granting spell, which would be really neat if that was a way to like take a short rest relatively quickly. Enemies Abound sounds like some sort of searching spell, or it could be some sort of illusion. Life Transference sounds again similar to a Vampiric Touch, which again makes me think this is sort of some Healy stuff for a wizard. You know, some of these, the Summon Demon spells, we saw those in the original Tiefling Unearthed Arcana. Tiny Servant, I'm wondering how that differs from Unseen Servant or Find Familiar. Charm Monsters, pretty self-explanatory. Sickening Radiance is an interesting option, because it sounds like it's a radiant spell for wizards, which is unlikely at this point. 5th level, anything that jumps out at me. Negative Energy Flow could be interesting. Steel Wind Strike and Synaptic Static sound interesting to me. Wall of Light, I'm assuming, is just a radiant energy wall, similar to all the other wall spells. But some of these, Far Step, I'm wondering how that differs from a Dimension Door or a Misty Step. Dimension Door being 4th and this being 5. And Dawn sounds again like a summoning spell. This one I'm so excited for, though. Create Homunculus, which makes me feel like now you can have a familiar and a Homunculus, which is amazing. And then you've got some of these other ones. Oh, and Tensor's Transformation. I'm a huge fan of Tensor's Transformation. If you're unfamiliar, it is a wizard spell that basically allowed them to sort of become a barbarian and become like masters and like ultimate killing machines. And I'm hoping it retains some of that. Power Word Pain was a power word spell that did damage over time in the past. Illusory Dragon sounds fantastic, and Mighty Fortress sounds like some sort of Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion or Liama's Tiny Hut, but increased. And then we have Invulnerability, Psychic Scream, and Mass Polymorph. Very cool stuff. The One Grung Above adventure is available for you to download on DM's Guild, and it's put out by Official Wizards of the Coast. I have downloaded it. I didn't even realize that I did, but I haven't read it yet, so I can't actually speak to it. Summary. Oh, I did, actually. Summaries of the characters from the new Twitch stream in all their glory, plus the unofficial Grung traits. So it is not AL legal. Let's see if we can see it, but it gives you what to use to play a Grung. If you want to use a Grung in your home game, this is how you do it. Or you could just watch the video where I talked about Grung, and I basically sussed out what their abilities were. This I thought was really cool. This was Is Your D&D character rare, and this is only based on what's been done on D&D Beyond, so you got to take that with a grain of salt because it's only from since that's been around. But out of the 100,000 characters made there, here's the breakout of which is most popular. So it seems the least popular option of all characters out there is an Aasimar Ranger. Basically, Aasimar anything is pretty unpopular. The most common is a human fighter, which I was shocked. Human is the most common race by far, followed by elf and then half-elf. And then I was looking at it, and I was surprised to see that Dragonborn and Human Paladin beat out half-elf Paladin, which was a little bit of a shock to me considering how good half-elf is overall, but it is what it is. So this is just some cool data behind this if you're curious to see how, you know, the rest of the world is looking at demographic-wise for making characters and what race class combos they pick. The folks at Beamdog are having a sale currently. They're calling it the Fowlers Gate sale. Actually, by the time you guys see this, the sale will probably be over. But it was a sale on Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition, Icewind Dale Enhanced Edition, and Planescape Torment Enhanced Edition. I think that's pretty much it, guys. There hasn't been a ton of stuff. Again, we're waiting for Xanathars to come out. Oh, I will say that Nathan Stewart, I believe, tweeted out when someone said, hey, when are we going to get the Table of Contents preview? He tweeted out Table of Contents, or somebody snapped it from the Fireside chat with Nathan Stewart, and it showed the 3 Barbarian classes coming in there are the 3 we got in Unearthed Arcana. Ancestral Guardian, Storm Herald, and Zealot. Don't know how they're going to differ, but they're there. And then we got to see one of the bards, which is the College of Glamour. But that means that the Table of Contents will show us when we get that unlocked this week. We will know every class that made it in, without question. I'm hoping we'll also be able to see which subclasses were reprinted. And then we'll see probably the list of new spells. And hopefully it'll say, like, new spells, Bard. And we'll see which ones have new spells, which will be very cool. So, anyway, guys, like I said, that's pretty much it. Thank you again to everybody who entered the My Little Pony D&D Dice Tin. I have made a video announcing the winners. The winners are also listed in the app itself, and they will also be receiving personal emails from me to get their address so I can mail these out. So if you won, congratulations. If you didn't win, stay tuned as I have another massive giveaway planned when we break 1,000 followers on Twitch. And we are going to be, it was announced on Twitter, but on the 23rd of October, so not this coming Monday when the Belladonnas are playing, but the following Monday when they are off, is a brand new stream that's going to be playing through Princes of the Apocalypse, and I have an awesome cast of people from other D&D shows you may be familiar with. We have Brittany from the Venture Maidens, we have Bucky from Taking Initiative, we have Chelsea from North by Northwest, and she also does stuff on Encounter Roleplay, and then we have Davis from Dank Dungeons, and they are going to be my new cast playing through Tomb of Annihilation. It's going to be a good time, so you should come check it out. And as always, you can click right over here to subscribe to the channel. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.